If you are stuck at 20K per month with your e-com store and every single time you try to scale, your ROAS tanks and your margins disappear, then this video is going to help. Because everybody talks about creatives. And yes, creatives are the biggest leverage, but almost nobody talks about this. Listen. Your headlines are a cheat code. A very good headline can take a decent creative and turn it into an absolute printing machine. Or a bad headline can take a very good creative and make the performance completely tank. So I'm going to prove it to you with data and then show you the exact workflow within the ads manager so that you can find the best headlines and scale to reach those 50K per month. Listen, at 5K per month, you can get away with randomness. But once you reach 20K per month, you can't. Because you have to be very meticulous and very specific about every single action that you take. So when you're trying to jump from 20K to 50K, you need a consistent model. And that consistency is going to come from controlling the variables. Here's the key concept. When you test headlines correctly, you're basically testing multiple angles. Because you'd have the same creative, the same offer, the same landing page. The only difference would be the words that the customers first see. And that's why headline testing is so important. So let me show you exactly where to find this. Inside your ads manager, go to breakdown and then headline. Now you will see the exact same ad but with different headlines. And then you're going to be filtering them by spend and ROAS. And then the first time you're going to see this, you're going to be shocked. Because take a look at this example. One headline spent $100 to get a 12 ROAS, while another spent $500 to get a 2 ROAS, and another one got a 0.6 ROAS. The only difference here was the headline. This happens because the headlines does two jobs at once. If your creative is a product shot, the headline is going to determine what the brain reads. So if it's a solution, if it's a flex, if it's a deal, a warning, or a mistake they're making. A strong headline is going to filter the wrong people out and bring the right people in. And at 20K per month, if you don't have the right structure, you're basically paying to show your ads to the wrong people. And proper headline testing can tighten that instantly. So here's the system you're going to use. Keep it simple. Rule number 1 is always test 5 headlines. Not 1, not 2, always 5. The same goes with primary text. That's because Meta needs options. And you're always going to see that there's this one headline that is going to outperform all the others. The second rule is that your headlines must have different angles. No tiny word changes, okay? Bad testing is going to look like this. Free shipping today. Free shipping now. Get free shipping. These are horrible headlines to test because you're not getting proper data. Good testing is going to look like this. One is going to be a pain. Let's say you could be like, your skin routine makes it worse. And then the second would be the outcome. Clear skin in 7 days or else it's free. Third is going to be mechanism. The 2 ingredient methods that dermatologists use. Fourth is going to be an objection killer. Fifth is going to be an offer or an urgency test. This way you're not only testing words, you're actually testing the psychology of the buyers. The third rule is to never judge early. Because headlines need spend to prove themselves. So if one headline is getting much more spend than the others, that's Meta telling you something very important. By the way, if this sounds way too complicated or you want us to apply the strategy to your brand and help you scale from 20K per month to over 50K per month, we're currently taking on 3 more brands this month. And so if you click the link in the description and go to the Calendly link, you can book a conversation with us where we will literally do a whole ad account audit for you for completely free. Tell you what's working and what's not. Worst case scenario, you get a free 15-minute audit. And best case scenario, we rebuild your whole entire system and you finally push past 50K per month. Anyways, back to the video. Now for the most important part and the moment you guys have been waiting for, how to actually identify the winning headlines. Number 1, you gotta filter it by spend. Look at the headlines that are spending the most. These are the ones that Meta are really pushing out and is trying to tell you something. Once you do that, look at your ROAS. Are your KPIs being met? Or is it simply flopping? If you have a video, look at your hold rate and your thumbs up, and then finally you can use the CTR as a supporting signal. The goal is not to pick the headlines that got the lucky 2 purchases, it's the headlines that hold performance even when they're spending so much money. So if you want a simple rule, a headline isn't a real winner until it's spent enough to be meaningful in your account. If a headline has spent good money and drove a very good return on ad spend and met all of your KPIs, then this is a winning headline that you should always reuse. So once you find this winning headline, here's the 2 things that you need to do. If the winning headline is an outcome base, create 10 more outcome variations. For example, if the winner was clearer skin in 7 days, the iterations could be clear skin by next week, 7-day glow up challenge. Before the next Friday, your skin will completely transform. So this is for statics. But now this is a big cheat code for videos. The winning headlines should be the hooks for your new UGC videos. Because it's already been proving to stop people and to convert them. So at this point, you're no longer guessing which hook is going to work. You're using a data-backed process. But yeah, if you're stuck at 20K per month, the problem isn't that you need a new crazy magical campaign. It's that you're leaking performance in small pieces. Weak headlines, weak hooks, inconsistent angles, random testing, a 10% performance lift. A 10% performance lift doesn't sound sexy, but at scale, it could be everything. So if you're spending anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 to $12,000 per month on ads, 10% is the difference between scaling profitably or being stuck forever. So if you want us to implement this headline system into your brand, we're only taking on 3 more clients this month. So just go to the link in the description, click the Calendly link. We'll literally check your whole ad account, do a whole audit on it for completely free. We'll see which angles are working and which ones are not, and where you are wasting spend. Worst case scenario, you get a free 15-minute audit. And best case scenario, we rebuild your whole entire system and you scale past 50K per month.